Jai Hind students, just going to start next lecture that's related to properties of D block elements. Properties of D block element. Very simple. We have to see the elements which are just placed in D block, how you can identify. Any element whose last electron is being placed in d orbital of valency cell or d orbital of outermost cell, that is termed as D block element. So first we will see this point, the elements whose last electron has its presence in d orbital of outermost cell or valency cell. So the elements whose last electron has its presence in d orbital of outermost cell or valency cell is termed as D block element. Now you see, in this case all these elements just have two outer cell becomes incomplete filling. Elements are termed as transition element. Now see the properties. Electronic configuration of outermost cell will be what? Ns 1 to 2, n minus 1, d 1 to 10. So you see, these are the important points. All those elements whose last electron has its presence in d orbital of valency cell or outermost cell is simply said as that this belongs to D block, or the element will be D block element. Second thing, two outer cell becomes incomplete filling, cell becomes incompletely filled or incomplete filling they have. Two outer cell becomes incomplete in electron filling or incompletely filled. Elements are termed as transition elements. Electronic configuration of outermost cell is Ns 1 to 2, n minus 1, d 1 to 10. Now major properties are the elements shows variable valency, variable valency, means valency alters. +2, +3, +2, like this. The elements have magnetic properties. The elements forms colored compounds. The elements of D block forms complex compounds. So, if you will see the elements of D block, these are the important points. Any element belongs to D block have these points. First of all, how you will identify that the element is just available in D block, means last electron of that element will be present or will be accommodated in the outermost cell of D orbital. First. Second thing, outermost cell is incompletely filled. In this case, two outer cells will be incompletely filled. Elements are termed as transition element in the gaseous atom phase. Understand my point. As its original condition, they are termed as transition elements. D orbital will be incompletely filled. Transition elements, this is termed as in that case. Electronic configuration of outermost cell will be ns1 to 2, n-1 d1 to 10. Elements shows variable valencies. Elements have magnetic properties. The elements forms colored compounds and the elements form complex compounds. So these are the peculiar properties of D block elements. Any element, if you are getting that belongs to D block, these properties would be available into that. So thank you. Just moved with this lesson. In next lecture, we will move to have a study of properties of F block elements. F block elements. Thank you, students. Thank you.